Hi, this is Darla Hughes. I'm here for our week 8 discussion, reflection, action video. And for our first question, it says, what life experiences led you to this path? I started out in the medical field as a CNA, and I became an LVN. I worked as an LVN, and then I did an LVN to RN program, and then I went for my bachelor's, which is what I thought I'd stop at, but continuing on into the bachelor's, I figured I learned that I wanted to do more. And then my sister, who is a nurse practitioner, was very encouraging at the time, and so it kind of aligned for me to, and wanting to do more in life. So that's what's led me to complete this program. Which leads into the second question, your greatest success. I mean, other than my family, this has probably been, a pretty successful journey so far, which I would not have been able to do without the help of my family and my husband. We have 4 young children under 10, all in activities and sports, and so it's been just kind of a busy time for us. So, but in a sense, with all of the success that we've had, it's kind of exciting. And kind of going into the challenges that you've had to overcome and challenges that still remain. So I think the biggest challenge for this program for me was I working as a nurse for so long and stepping into a position where you are now a provider, and you are now the one that is thinking outside of the box and using your critical thinking skills to come up with a diagnosis and differential diagnosis, was probably the biggest challenge for me. I do think I have obviously gotten better. What challenges still remain is just to pass our state boards and to find a job and become successful in that. I've done many different nursing jobs and specialties, and I know it's always a learning curve coming into a new position. So I feel like the first year or two is just kind of settling into this role. So I feel like that is a challenge that still will remain, but just giving myself grace in learning as a new NP will be helpful as well. And then overall, did you learn from this course? This course, yes, I feel like one of the, I'm very hands-on, so clinical has been very successful for me. So what is hard for me is to dig into research and stuff. So this class has really challenged me in looking through and doing research and applying it, and really understanding implementing research into our using evidence-based practice in our practice as nurse practitioners. We're going to see that a whole lot more. And then what are your future goals? So I have worked a lot of specialties in nursing, and I've kind of just what would I like? Could I transpire over? And I've worked in labor and delivery for the last 6 years, and I really enjoy working with women's health, and I feel like in the long run that's where I would like to be, and I feel like it would be a smoother transition from what I already know and can apply to. So I think my future goal is to be working in a nurse practitioner, as a nurse practitioner in a women's health office, and then just continue to improve as a nurse practitioner, and see what else is out there. I'm always up for more learning. So we'll just kind of see where this step goes. But for right now, I feel like that's a really good goal to focus on. And I really appreciate this class and how it's furthered me as a provider as well.